Hey, Reddit. I'm feeling really torn about something that happened recently, and I need to get some outside perspective on it. I, a 45-year-old woman, have a daughter named Lily. Lily is an incredible, bright, and talented young woman who also happens to be deaf. She's been deaf since birth, and when she was around 4, she got a cochlear implant. We wanted to give her as many opportunities as possible to communicate with the world around her. So we worked hard to make sure she had access to both spoken language and American Sign Language, or ASL. Over the years, she's become really skilled at both. She can speak well, read lips like a pro, and is fluent in ASL. But at the end of the day, ASL is her preferred way of communicating, especially when she's talking with other deaf people or friends from her school. Now here's the issue. My mother-in-law Susan, who is 67 years old, has never really been supportive of Lily using ASL. When Lily was little, Susan was pretty vocal about her opinion that the cochlear implant meant Lily should focus on talking like everyone else and not use ASL. I've tried to explain to her 1,000 times that ASL is a legitimate language, and it's a huge part of deaf culture, but it's like talking to a brick wall. Susan refuses to learn even the basics of ASL, which has been frustrating to say the least, especially because Lily is such a warm, engaging kid who just wants to connect with her grandmother. Instead, they've managed to communicate mostly through Lily reading Susan's lips, but it's never felt quite right. Last weekend, Susan asked if she could spend the day with Lily. They've had a rocky relationship because of Susan's resistance to ASL, but Lily has always been so patient, and she genuinely loves her grandma. I thought it might be a good opportunity for them to bond, so I said yes. Susan took Lily to the mall for a little shopping and lunch, and I was just happy that they were trying to spend time together. When they got home, I could tell something was off. Lily was unusually quiet and retreated to her room almost immediately, which isn't like her. She's usually full of stories after a day out. I waited until she seemed ready to talk, and then I asked her what happened. Apparently, while they were at the mall, Lily ran into 2 friends from her school who are also deaf. They were all really excited to see each other and started having a conversation in ASL. Susan was browsing nearby while the 3 of them signed and chatted away. It was one of those impromptu moments of joy, and it made my heart swell when Lily told me how happy she was to bump into her friends. But, unfortunately, it didn't last. When they left the mall, Susan pulled Lily aside and told her that it was rude to sign in public. She said that when people around them couldn't understand what they were saying, it was like whispering secrets, and that it made others feel left out. She insisted that Lily should use her voice whenever she's out in public because it's more inclusive. Lily was hurt, confused, and didn't know how to respond. She ended up nodding along just to make the conversation stop. She felt embarrassed, like she'd done something wrong when all she was doing was talking to her friends in her own language. I called Susan the next morning to talk to her about it. I tried to stay calm at first, explaining that telling Lily not to sign was hurtful and completely inappropriate. I reminded her that ASL is not some kind of secret code. It's a language, just like English or Spanish, and Lily should never feel like she has to hide it. But Susan doubled down. She said that she was just trying to teach Lily good manners and that it's important to be considerate of others. She went on and on about how Lily's signing was distracting and that people don't know how to react when they see it. That's when I lost it. I told Susan to F off. I'm not proud of the language, but I was beyond angry and I couldn't hold it in anymore. I told her that if she couldn't accept Lily for who she is, then maybe she shouldn't spend time with her at all. I hung up the phone shaking, and part of me felt relieved to have finally said what I'd been holding back for years. But another part of me was scared that I'd just blown up a relationship that, despite everything, Lily still cherished. Now, Susan is furious. She's been calling my husband nonstop, saying that I was rude and disrespectful and that I need to apologize. She insists she was just trying to help Lily fit in better, and she can't understand why I'm so upset. My husband, bless him, has been supportive of me and Lily, but he's caught in the middle, and I know it's tearing him up. He doesn't want to cut his mom out of our lives, but he's also not okay with how she treated our daughter. So now I'm left wondering if I was too harsh. Should I have tried to explain things more calmly instead of losing my temper? Did I overreact, or was I justified in telling Susan off for trying to shame my daughter out of using her own language? I just wanted to protect Lily and make sure she knows that she should never feel bad about being herself. But now I'm wondering if I handled it the wrong way. Reddit, am I the asshole? Should I apologize to Susan, or was I right to stand up for my daughter, even if it meant burning a bridge with my mother-in-law? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.